Roger, the Big Bang has now entered common knowledge as the way the universe began, and everybody always asks, how did the Big Bang begin and what happened before that? And philosophers, theologians, physicists now begin to speculate on it. I really come to you because you have some very unique insights into the Big Bang.
But there's something almost paradoxical about this microwave background. It's telling us that there was something like the Big Bang there. But it's also telling us, because the observations of the microwave background, you can plot the frequency, you can plot the intensity against each frequency, and you find this wonderful curve. It's the Planck curve, black body spectrum, and it agrees with that to an extraordinary precision, much better than you could produce in the lab. And this is telling us that the very early universe must have been in what's called thermal equilibrium. Now, thermal equilibrium, by definition, is the maximum random state. It's the state that the second law tells us we're going to get in the future, if you like. But there it is in the past. So why is it that the very special state that has to have been there at the beginning, otherwise we don't have a second law. The second law of thermodynamics tells us things get more and more random, and that tells us you go back in time, things get less and less random. So it must be very, very special in the initial state. But what we find is that the matter, what we're seeing in this radiation is radiation, that's light, and that's been in equilibrium with matter. So that's what you're looking at. And that's at this maximum random state, maximum entropy state, we say. And something special about that was in the gravity. What you're not looking at is gravity. And the thing is that the universe was very, very uniform in the early days. And we think of uniform as, okay, consistent with being random, if you like. But that's not true when gravity is a principal ingredient, because it tends to clump things together. The sun is out there, for instance, because it's clumped together out of a previously uniform distribution of gas. And that sun gets hot. The background sky is cold, the sun is hot. And it's the difference between the hot sun and the cold sky that we live off. And that's where all life comes from that. So that's the key thing. Now, so the universe was very special, but it was very special only in the gravity. Somehow gravity wasn't thermalized with everything else. And that's something which needs to be explained. To me, it's the greatest puzzle about the Big Bang. Now, I don't see most of these theories making any attempt to answer that question. Certainly the inflationary model doesn't. It only, in a certain sense, makes things worse. The argument is that it smooths out the universe and things like this, but it doesn't do that unless you're already special, or even more special in the early stages. So if you follow the argument through, you see that it really doesn't explain this initial specialness. And it can't, because it's all consistent with the second law of thermodynamics, which says things get more and more random. So how could they have got more and more special in the early stages? There has to be something else. Now, for a long time, you see, if anybody had asked me what happened before the Big Bang, I would have given the conventional answer, which is the Big Bang was this singular state when all our equations go haywire and time and space, doesn't make any sense. Even the question before doesn't mean anything, you see. So that's the conventional answer. You say, you can't talk about it. It's just a meaningless question.
There is no before.
There is no before.